Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's do it. Welcome to Phoenix Breakfast.
Welcome to the celebration, ladies and gentlemen.
We're celebrating another day.
Let's go. You ready?
More life and a great show ahead till 9 in the morning.
Make some noise.
Let's go.
To listen to and experience. We are joined by the artists that you can get to hear from this particular EP. We have Mr. Moses Sakala in studio. Good morning. Welcome to the Phoenix Breakfast.
Good morning, Chimweka. Thank you, and good morning to all the listeners out there.
We also have in studio Angela Nyirenda. Good morning.
Good morning, listeners.
Traffic, eh? Morning traffic.
Yes. We got so many text messages. People asking us, "Where are you? Where are you? You're supposed to be on Radio Phoenix."
Exactly.
Traffic. And sorry about that.
Glad that you made it though. We're just sampling a few songs from the EP. Let's talk about this. What's the title of the EP? And just give us more information about this upcoming project.
Well, it's an EP about the Ngoni Kingdom. A special dedication. First of all, thanks to Inyande Zulu, King Mpezeni for entrusting us on this one. Special tribute and thanks go to Mr. Dumisani Tembo, the chairperson of the committee, the Nchwala National Organizing Committee and the committee in Chipata. So this is an EP about the Ngoni songs, the stories of the Ngoni songs. We're talking about the great Zwangendaba who led the Ngoni people. In the song Siyakumbula, we are talking about the significant crossing of Luangwa Zambezi River. And also we are doing the Ngoni anthem. We've been entrusted to do the Ngoni anthem as we pay tribute to the great commander Nsingo. So it's all about the Ngoni kingdom. It's all about the Nchwala ceremony. So this time we are doing it differently because we are talking about specific Ngoni areas of influence. So in these songs. So we have a song called Ngoni King, Siyakumbula, Galilea, and also the Ngoni anthem called Nguba.
Okay, great. For you as Angela Nyirenda, when we look at how, because this time of the year gets very exciting for a lot of people. We played a clip where Chilufya was, interested in attending the Nchwala traditional ceremony. But looking at how it's grown over the years and how the interest has been, what do you make of how people react towards the Nchwala traditional ceremony now?
Yeah, it's been growing over the years. From the time I started music, of course, we used to go to Nchwala ceremony. It never used to be so packed, but this time around, you find that there are more than 1 million people going to Nchwala ceremony every year, and it's not only about the Ngonis anymore. It's a national thing. People are looking forward from 10 provinces of Zambia heading to Nchwala. So that's how big it has become. And as a Ngoni, I'm very, very excited and proud to be Ngoni. And I'm inviting all the people from all corners of Zambia. Come month in February, they should join us in Chipata, as well as at our concert, the Kumawa Experience concert.
Now, still on the issue of the Nchwala itself, I think we've had a debate this morning. Chimweka has brought up an issue saying it's not pronounced as Nkwala because last year he was saying Nkwala and then this year he has changed. He says it's Nchwala. So which one is the correct spelling? Because at this point, I don't trust what comes out of Chimweka's mouth.
I think, of course, we were talking about the endorsement.
Yes.
From the Ngoni leadership, of course.
Yes.
But when you talk about the language, It's like the American accent and British.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, the Americans, the English language, you find that when in the British, the Australians, and the Americans, the pronunciation will be different. So there is the original Zulu dialect, the Zulu pronunciation of Nchwala. There is, the story about the Ngoni people. When the Zulus came and to Eastern Province, they married our Nsenga women who are the mothers. Yeah, so the accents. So if I ask Angela Nyirenda, who was born and bred in Chipata, they've been pronouncing it as Nkwala.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is what is called the Nsengalized way, the use of Nsenga, the local language, to the ceremony, and the use of the original Zulu pronunciation of Nchwala. Okay. That's why you find that sometimes it's written by that colony, Nchwala, that kind of thing. But it's all the same. Where Zulu and the Nsengas, they created the Ngoni Empire, but there is where the originality comes from. So it's the pronunciation that later on there was that adoption of the Nsenga language, but I think personally I would say I can still say Nkwala, I can still say Nchwala, I can still say Nwala.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then we know that there are a few programs that are outlined right before the actual ceremony itself, starting obviously with, I know one event has happened, which is the fundraising walk. This is happening on the 7th. It's tomorrow.
Yes.
And thereafter we have the fundraising and appreciation dinner. So should people look forward to seeing you at the fundraising walk and at the dinner as well?
Yeah, this is a great month for the Ngoni people. So we are participating in everything. So we are encouraging Zambians, especially, all those Zambians who are driving and sometimes closing the windows during, you see the impis, the Ngonis are marching.
So I want to drive you towards something, because, for the both of you, you have really done a lot for the culture and being cultural ambassadors. I want to turn your attention to something that people have been talking about now in the country. We have the president of Ghana, President Mahama, who's here. And there's been some online banter around Zambia's national identity through our clothes. Because he came in the fugu, which some people said was a blouse, and there was a lot of debate saying, how can you call that a blouse? And some people from Ghana were very upset. Now, with everything that has been talked about, Ghana, Zambia, our outfits, and I'll put this question to you, because I know for you, you're very particular about traditional wear, and you've been very passionate about it. What do you think we need to do to create that identity, especially through our dress code?
Just have to love our Zambian outfits. For us Ngonis, of course, we get inspiration from South Africa, the Zulu attire, the hat, the skirt, the bright colors, the beads. So if you are in love with the African outfits, embrace it. And then you, as a woman, you have to have something like, an African attire in your closet, something that you can showcase, rather than just crossing over to the Western culture with the when it comes to ripped jeans and you are number one, but you don't even have any traditional outfit. So you have to be proud of Chitenge, where the beads, the Nandi hats and all. Yeah.
And it's a message to us as Zambians. It's high time we became proud of our attires. We have Msisi, but we should not have attires that we just wear. Our national colors just appear when Zambia is playing football. And then Msisi is on when you are fundraising for a lousy culture. We should encourage ourselves, especially young people. The designers. It's not just for just artists. The designers. Let's start critical thinking about coming up, and we must have deliberate policies as a government, as the Ministry of Arts, to encourage our cost, because it's high time. Really, you can't feel it here, but when you travel abroad, that's when you feel this heavy impact about our identity. When your friends and you have people gathering, and then you are from Zambia, and then people start asking one another questions, and they're proud of what they have. So we really need to pick. I'm so proud about the Ngoni culture because to shoot, now everyone, whatever tribe in Zambia, if they want to appear African or Zambian, they will wear kashut, the Ngoni headgear.
You heard that?
Yes.
She was also arguing
at
with
least
me.
it's identifying us. It's identifying us. So things like Nchwala ceremony has played a great role. It's done a lot for us to start having our identity. So let's support, let's put in some funding, let's put in some deliberate policies and platforms where we can encourage Zambians to start appreciating the attire. So big up to the Ngonis and the Nchwala. They have given us something. They have started.
Yes.
So we now need a shirt. We need pairs of trousers and a skirt or something. So let's come up. At least we have cashew too.
Yes.
Wherever we go, you want to appear Zambian, you just wear this.
The cashew.
You look African. You look authentic.
Yeah, she came in one to.
You're looking great, actually. You're looking beautiful.
So
Yeah,
much.
that's really lovely. Okay. Speaking of celebrating culture and so on, I've noticed that the Chimbuya culture has grown in Zambia. I got more people are doing it. I think more people are aware of it and are doing it more, especially people from the northern province and the eastern province. Do you participate in doing Chimbuya? Because I've never seen, really. I've seen some people attempt to pop out on Mr. Moses Sakala. I don't know how he ran away from that. But I don't know if you participate in
No, it's
Chimbuya.
a great thing. Believe me, that's one unique cultural practice that is uniquely to Zambia, and we must embrace it because it promotes togetherness. It promotes laughter. Laughter brings peace and harmony. So when Bembas and the Easterners do Chimbuya, Lozes and Tongas and so on, it's a good thing. Some of these things, the problem we have here is we're taking things for granted. We must document this. We must even identify experts in these things so that, because, the traditional Chimbuya about Nkania Unga, during funerals and the process of funeral, some of the people exaggerate. That's why we need to have experts, identified people, that these things can be documented, can be put as projects, as programs. It's a lot of good content that we are supposed to say, where does Chimbuya start and where does it end? We also got down history and study. When did they do Chimbuya? Why was it done and how? So that even the future generation, the young Zambians, should embrace it. Because now you have the Yobalis and they also want to participate, but people must guide them and teach them. Otherwise, it's a beautiful thing. And we are inviting Bembas. I know, Bembas already, they started imitating and copying what we are doing. I saw a lot of songs produced for their Kusefia Pangwena in a contemporary form. So I know we are setting trends. We are setting trends, which is growth, which is a good thing. So we do participate in Chimbuya fully. It's only that sometimes people have to be educated on how and when and why was it done. Because I saw during one funeral at the cathedral, there was one Bemba man who was moving with a whip, and he whipped me, and a serious whipping. And you know the way you're going to react. Yeah. I remember one government official one day, I can't mention the name, had to get a brick and he stoned one beautiful lady because she had to spray all these things at a wrong time in a very bad way all over his body. So sometimes it's the extremes, but beautiful culture. It's just like our traditional ceremonies.
Well, thanks to the both of you for joining us this morning on the Phoenix Breakfast, and all the best as you bid up to the Kumau experience.
You're most welcome anytime, and please come in numbers and join us on the fundraising walk tomorrow in the morning. Come early and come with money to contribute.
All right, we have been joined by Moses Sakala and Angela Nyirenda.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's do it.
Welcome to Phoenix Breakfast.
Welcome to the celebration, ladies and gentlemen.
We are celebrating another day.
Let's go.
You ready?
More life and a great show ahead till 9 in the morning.
Make some noise.
Let's go.